efficient with just the intensity aspect. If you're going to true failure on these, you're gonna be pooped within like an hour, hour and a half, right? And you can't go anymore. So it's all about where you take these working sets.
So meal one, we have got carbless, so it's just 2 eggs and 5 turkey bacon. I've actually been carbless in my meal ones, even for a lot of the off season as well. Just find it's really good for insulin sensitivity. But of course, obviously being in prep now, we're extending that window where we are carbless, just to potentially create better fat burning. And of course, coffee in the Slytherin cup, because we are Team Slytherin. Get it, get it, get it, come on, come on. Come on, girl, you can do better than that. Come on. Come on, there you go. There you go. Come on. Get it. So that's meal one done. Now it's time for some Saturday morning check-ins, see how the team's doing, and we'll go from there. This is actually, if I just flip this around, this is my spare room slash office. Still, right, actually, nah, I need to, if I'm gonna do YouTube, if I remember anything from last time, it's to stop saying, you just have to think, and if you need to edit and clip that out, that's fine, but you can actually lose a lot of time just by editing out the amount of ums that you're saying. So it definitely takes practice. I remember that last time, and of course I'm going to be quite rusty. So I'm just really having to consciously think right now to stop saying So this is the spare room slash office that I'm working on. There's a lot, oh, I almost said there's a lot of work still to do. Need to get rid of a lot of things actually. Like in this corner here, we just got all of this crap. And I'm probably actually going to move my desk into that corner there. And I want to get some different things to put up on the walls, maybe like some trophy cabinets or something. That was one of my shows in 2020. That was the comeback. Absolutely loved that show. Came second there in the UK DFBA juniors. So yeah, this is the desk setup. Yeah, we're going to get on with the Saturday morning check-ins, see how the team's doing, and yeah, we shall get the day moving. That is 5 check-ins done. Jess has very kindly come through with the iced coffee. What I'm going to do now is prep some cream of rice for my pre-meal. My carbohydrates are very much spaced around that training window. We want to keep most of our carbohydrates pre and post session because that's when they're going to be utilised and needed the most. So my meals leading up to that are usually lower carb now, during prep of course. But I will have my meal 2 now, which is just beef and rice, and I'll show you that, but I've had that prepped already. We did have some changes come through in the check-in yesterday from coach, so the rice has been brought down, so I'll just already had that meal prepped. So all I'm going to do, where I know it's about 20% of the rice, well, it is 20% of the rice has been taken out, I'm just going to eyeball that, which is going to be absolutely fine just for this meal. So cream of rice of choice, we are using CMP. This is my favourite flavour at the moment. This is, I can't even remember it because my brain. Vanilla custard cream. We're doing 100 grams for pre-workout. One thing I'm doing now differently, we're always looking to level up our consistency. When it comes to being the best you possibly can in bodybuilding, it's about those 1%. So what I do is I used to just track my sodium just through like amount of cracks from a salt cracker. I don't know what you call it, a salt cracker, salt shaker. Yeah, I used to track it like that, but now I actually bought myself a micro scales. I'm not a drug dealer, but yeah, micro scales to make sure I'm getting the exact amount I need. And to be honest, it literally takes like a second. So I've got a gram of low sodium salt for extra potassium, and then a gram of pink salt, and that just goes in with the cream of rice there. So we'll cook this up. Then we've got whey to put on top. I'm using my absolute go-to whey at the moment. I'm using isolate. Caramel biscuit flavour from Perform is the best isolate, best tasting isolate I've ever used by far. I see a lot of flack lately, but people will literally complain and have a dig at anything. It's best to just do whatever the fuck you want. You know, there's some people saying, oh, you shouldn't put whey as a drip in your cream of rice, like, oh, you should just mix it in. It's like, why do you even care? You know, let people do what they want to do. If they like having their whey as a drip, do it. Especially when you're in prep, you know, there's very minimal amount of things that's gonna, you know, give you like joy, like in terms of like food and stuff. So if mixing your whey into like a nice paste and then pouring it on top gives you that extra little bit of, I don't know, flavour, then do it. And yeah, if you have the time to complain about those kind of things, then I think you need to reassess what you're doing. 40 grams of jasmine rice and 225 grams of 5% beef. Controllers there, hey? Can't be bothered to reach for it.
Nope.
Yes guys, so welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you can hear me alright out here. We are, as of today, 63 days out from the first show of the season, which is going to be the PCA Welsh Championship. After that, we have got the PCA Midlands on September 14th. Then 20th of September, we've actually got a Two Bros show, which is the Gripness Grand Prix. That'll be really interesting just to see where we stack up in the Two Bros division. Obviously that is the gateway to the IFBB, which is the ultimate goal. And this year like I said, I just want to see where I'm at. I know realistically with my stage weight, where I'm predicting it's going to be around, I think we're going to be somewhere around maybe 8 kilos under the weight cap at my height at Classic Physique. So it'd just be really interesting to see where my physique actually holds up at that point, and then get the feedback and know where we need to come in better for the following season, where the focus, I think for me, is definitely going to be in that Two Bros region. And then the final show of the season will be October 18th, if all goes to plan, which is the PCA finals. Yeah, we're obviously in the enhanced leagues now, so a big step up. It's been a very productive off season. I'm estimating we're somewhere around 12 kilo of muscle tissue improved. When I compare, if you've been keeping up on my Instagram, you can see I did some comparison shots at similar condition levels, comparing with my season in 23, and it was around the 13 kilo mark. That being said, this year for sure, I want to come in even better condition, because I know I'm not going to be the biggest guy, but I want to be the most conditioned guy. So we will come in better condition as well, so that weight difference, the number will probably be smaller, but in that terms of actual muscle tissue, it should be a considerable change. That's super exciting. If you've been keeping up on the Instagram, you've seen since 2023, I took the whole of 2024 off to grow and just develop the physique. I was initially planning on competing in 24, actually at the PCA Wales show, but I decided that I think I just need more time just to really focus on growing. Had a lot of changes since then, of course. New coach as well. So yeah, 4 shows this time around. There's a lot to talk about, a lot to catch up on, but I'm sure we'll do that in later videos. But yeah, in 2023, my full season didn't go exactly to plan after my second show. Things started to fall apart a bit there, let's be honest. And this season, we're not going to make those same mistakes. We're going to be hitting these 4 shows. And it's also to like prove to myself as well that I can have that stamina to last that full season. A lot has leveled up since then, but I think the main thing being is the mindset. Done seven weeks of prep so far, and it's just been smooth sailing. It's getting really exciting now at this 9-week out mark. I hope you enjoy the journey. It's going to be a really exciting season. Big goals, and really I just can't wait to unveil the physique. We've still got a lot more work to do, but I know the package is going to be night and day in terms of changes, and I can't wait to showcase that. So yeah, lots and lots to look forward to. So pre-workout, we've got the 100 grams of cream of rice, 60 grams of whey isolate, raspberries, and sprinkle of cinnamon on top, of course. So session done. Was a good session. There was some exercises I was able to go up, some where I had rep or two down, and I think that was more on some of my earlier pull downs. I think that's where my body weight's just coming down, and it's really just actually pulling my whole weight up, so it's a little bit harder to stabilize. But it's something we can manage. So far, training has been really good throughout this prep. We've actually been able to gain strength over time in all of the sessions. That's going to conclude the video, guys. Thank you for checking in if you got this far. I hope you follow along, I hope you enjoy. If there's anything you want to see from me, let me know. But yeah, I'm going to finish things here. I'm going to go home, just get my post-workout meal. Thanks for checking in, guys. I'll see you in the next one.